Hello everybody, Moonstorm here. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Online. In the last episode, we headed back to the Rising Stones. We tried to warn Minfilia about the Ascian Nabrialis and his plans to steal the shards of Louisoix's staff, but we arrived a tad too late, and in an effort to take the shards of the staff from Minfilia, he just went ahead and kidnapped Minfilia, pulling her into a rift to the realm that the Ascians live in. We followed him, engaged him in battle with a bunch of other players in a trial instance, and defeated him rather handily. And then came back. The wounded Moonbrita was able to capture him in the White Arasite, and then we used Louisoix's staff as the catalyst to attempt to use the etheric blade that we've been talking about for a while now to try to destroy the Ascian. Unfortunately, the ether that we could summon wasn't quite enough, and Moonbrita sacrificed herself to add her own aether to the blade, which gave it the strength needed to punch through the Ascian's defense and destroy it. So, unfortunately, Moonbrita has passed. So, the Scions are quite distraught over that, as she was a good friend, and we went through all the aftermath of that. And as part of that now, Ida is apparently taking it particularly hard, and Minfilia wants us to speak with her and help her out in anything that she needs assistance with. And so we're going to. So let's go ahead and find Ida and see what it is that she needs. Alright. There you are. Hey, it's a Yame! Great! Oh, it's no use. I'm trying to stay positive, but it's just hard, you know? Thing is, I know Moon would tell me off if she saw me moping around like this, which is why I decided to cheer myself up by getting her a special flower. I placed an order for a moon daisy with Rowena a little while ago, and it's ready to be picked up. The trouble is, I find Rowena a bit difficult at the best of times, and, well, this isn't one of them. I know it's silly, but I just can't face it at the moment, so I was wondering, do you think you could maybe collect it for me? I have the coin to pay for the flower right here. Thank you so much. I'll be waiting for you and the daisy at Wraithfrost. Or Wrathfrost. Alright, so we need to go to Rowena and provide payment for this flower. Which, in Mordona, Rowena is, like, all the way in the back of the place. Or Revenant's Toll, anyway. All the way back here. There she is. What can I do for today, adventurer? Eldritch trinket to trade? Nope, just some payment for a flower for a friend. Eh? They've got you running errands now? Them signs really know how to make the most of your talents, don't they? Send the savior of Eorzea to the bleeding market. Fine use of your time, that is. Seriously, though, you'd best learn how to say no, or they'll have you mucking out the chocobo stables next. Anyway, what was it you were here to pick up? The moon daisy, was it? Here, then, take it, and tell Ida that Ida lass I've got a wide selection of headwear in stock if she ever decides to replace that dowdy old mask of hers. Gods knows she needs to. Alright, so now we need to head over to Wrathfrost. That's what I'm assuming it is. Alright, all the way down there where we were before. Alright, so I'll hop my chocobo and head on down there. I'll go ahead and pause the recording. I'll be back once I'm in the vicinity. Alright, we are here again. Rowena can be so annoying. She just will not take no for an answer. Every time I visit her, she insists I replace my visor with something more fashionable. And when I tell her I like it just fine the way it is, she says it again, and then again, and then again. It drives me crazy. What I mean to say is, I really appreciate you doing this for me. So anyway, let's see it. There it is. Moonbrita loves these things, you know. I hope that somewhere, somehow, she knows I'm still thinking of her.
I'll never forget you, Moon. None of us will.
The song riseth to a crescendo.
Is that what I think it is?
Hello, can you hear me? We have received grave tidings from Ishgard. Pray return to the Rising Stones at once.
Alright, so it looks like the Dravanians are on the move. So let's head back to the Rising Stones again. And get a report on what is happening. Close that. There we go. Alright, Alpha Note. Well, apologies for the interruption. I was deeply saddened to learn of Moonbrita's passing. Her loss will be sorely felt. Alas, recent developments in Ishgard leave us little time to mourn. The envoy from Kurthus will soon arrive, and we must hasten to hear her report. Alright, let's get to it then. As soon as the stuff passes. There we go. The envoy is here. I thank you for receiving me at such short notice. Time is of the essence, so I would forego the usual pleasantries, if I may. Certainly. You come with news of the Dravanians. Aye, the dragons have begun their attack in earnest. The first wave reached the Central Highlands in a short while ago, and battle was joined soon thereafter. Sir Emmerich himself sallied forth with a contingent of temple knights and several companies of the noble house's finest. Though the beasts were ultimately forced to retreat, our victory, if such it may be called, came at the cost of many of our own. Too many. We will not withstand a second wave should the Dravanians renew their assault. You paint a grim picture, my lady. Is reinforcements you seek, then? We do. Though it pricks our pride, it is plain we cannot protect Ishgard with our ranks thusly thinned by the Horde. Sir Emmerich would meet with you to discuss the possibility of enlisting your aid. Very well. I shall depart for Carthus at once. I must warn you, however, that the involvement of the Crystal Braves is by no means assured. Our commitment to quelling the unrest in Ul'dah must take precedence. It is with such contingencies in mind that I must make another request. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn are known for sharing close ties with all three of the Grand Companies of Eorzea. Would you consent to plead our case to their leaders? Though I will gladly appeal to the Grand Companies on your behalf, I dare not promise a favorable reply. You need say no more. Considering our past dealings with the Eorzean Alliance, I can well imagine how our plea will be received. But the fate of Ishgard hangs in the balance. We must explore every avenue still open to us, no matter how unpromising. I see. Very well. I shall send envoys to each of the allied nations and have them present your request directly to the heads of the Grand Companies. In the event that your plea does not does receive a favorable answer, know that any support is certain to be conditional. Demands will be made of Ishgard. That is only to be expected. Rest assured that I speak with Sir Emmerich's authority in this matter, and that our actions are fully sanctioned by the Holy See. Which brings me to my final request, a personal appeal to you, Warrior of Light. The Lord Commander much desires to speak with you, regardless of your fellow's involvement. You faced Midgardsormr and survived. Anything you can share of your experience may yield us an advantage over our foe. Thank you. You wear the mantle of hero well. It would seem the road leads us both to Camp Dragonhead. Seek me out when you arrive, Ayame.
The sons must answer for their father's misdeeds. Only then will the cycle be broken. Brothers and sisters of the heavens, we raise our voices and join you in the chorus. The sinner's feeble magics are undone. Come, claim your retribution.
Well, that doesn't look good. Alright. So we need to head to Camp Dragonhead and have a chat with Alphino. Alright, where are we going? There he is. It seems I was the swifter, Ayame. You two, however, have arrived with time to spare, for our host has yet to make an appearance. The murmurings about camp tell of some manner of trouble at the gates of judgment. In the Lord Commander's absence, I suggest we visit the place and find out what is afoot. Alright, mount up and head on over to the gates of judgment, which are this way. Alright, I got a bunch of people to talk to here. We have Bothered Bowman. The gates of judgment are much more than mere doors. They are the outmost layer of Ishgard's magical wards. If our first line of defense can be so easily shattered. Alright. Tenter-hooked Temple Knight? When I laid eyes upon Lady Iceheart, I felt the marrow freeze within my bones. Deceptic Dragoon? Heretic scum! How dare they meddle with our divine protections! I shall rid our nation of their blasphemy, even if it means cutting them down one by one. Alright, and we have a Trembling Temple Knight. We need not fret over much. There are yet several layers of arcane protection that shield the city from invasion. Mother will be fine. A lot of alliteration going on over here. Alright, Alpha Note. Have Midgard Zomer just flying around. Alright, twould seem the heretics struck the first and most telling blow against Ishgard. Scions, we expected you at Camp Dragonhead. My apologies. We chanced to hear that there had been trouble at the gates and thought it prudent to investigate the cause. Then you have learned of the heretics' treachery. Lady Iceheart led a force of her followers against our defenders and came close enough to dispel the first of our wards. But let us speak more of this back at the camp. Sir Emmerich awaits you. Alright. Alpha knows eager to return to Camp Dragonhead. Okay, Lady Iceheart has grown bold indeed if she would risk direct action against the city. Come, let us do as we were bid and return to Camp Dragonhead. Lord Harshafont will know where Sir Emmerich means to receive us. And Dragonhead has an 8th, right? So we'll just go ahead and jump ourselves back. Alright. Let's talk to him. 'Tis reassuring indeed to behold the countenance of a friend when one's homeland teeters upon the very brink of disaster. Though a single misstep could send us plunging into the abyss, your heroic presence stokes the flames of courage within my heart. But do not come to Dragonhead to listen to my prattling. The Lord Commander has arrived and would treat with you in the intercessory. Well, we know where that is. House for Tomp Guard. Greetings, madam. Shall I show you inside? Yes, yes, yes. Alright, Emmerich. Looks like you're having a bit of a hard time. I thank you for coming with such haste, and apologize for my absence. Suffice it to say, Lady Iceheart and her heretics have much to answer for. Yes, we are but recently returned from the Gates of Judgment ourselves. Given the circumstances, we quite understand if you would prefer to postpone our appointed audience. On the contrary, Master Alphino, I think it more important than ever that this meeting take place. Rest assured, I shall return to my post on Ishgard's walls the moment our business is concluded. Before we move on to the subject of reinforcements, however, I would introduce you to a close friend and stalwart ally, Estinian. May I present to you Ishgard's Azure Dragoon. An impressive title, though I confess I know precious little of the Order of Dragoons. They are formidable warriors all, yet even among such masters of the lance, Estinian is without equal. He, out of all the warriors of Ishgard, was chosen to wield the power of dragons, and thus may contend with any Dravanian. You flatter me overmuch, Lord Commander. So you are the adventurer of whom they spoke. I see now why my blood fair sang in anticipation of our meeting. Well, now we have all been introduced, let us proceed to the matter at hand. I would share with you what we have learned of Iceheart's design, as confessed by the heretics taken captive after the assault on the gates. It would seem that Lady Iceheart and the Dravanians share a common goal, the reclamation of Nidhogg's stolen eye. Nidhogg, one of the 7 great worms. His name features prominently in your nation's history, though once defeated by the hero Haldrath, the beast is said to have terrorized Kurthus since Ishgard's founding. Aye, many are the scars our walls bear from Nidhogg's relentless efforts to raise the city. The trophy Haldrath plucked from the bested worm's skull, known simply as the Eye, is a treasured relic of Ishgard and one possessed of untold power. Should it ever be returned to Nidhogg, the dread creature would be restored to the height of his strength, and then no wall or ward we could erect would be stout enough to deny him. Midgardsormers speaking. My vengeful son hath waged war against Ishgard for 1,000 years. No mortal mind could comprehend the depths of his rancor. The eye itself is secreted deep within the vault. It is kept under heavy guard, surrounded at all times by men and women who have proven their loyalty to the Holy See. But though stout walls and sharp blades may suffice to discourage the heretics, the dragons are another matter. There are individuals within the Dravanian horde whom an entire company of knights would labor to repel, to say nothing of Nidhogg himself. Nor does age rob them of their strength. Through the endless march of years the dragons endure, patient, calculating, inexorable. You must understand, these creatures do not share our perception of time. And that is especially true of the great worms. They who spend centuries in slumber only to wake and resume their campaign as if mere hours had passed. It has been 20 years since Nidhogg last darkened our skies, 20 years for him to gather his strength and for us to bolster our defenses, and now, just as he seems primed to return, the heretics strike at the gates. You believe that Lady Iceheart is in league with the creature, then? Of that, we cannot be certain. Though we know the heretics covet the eye, we have been unable to determine their plans for it. Such questions aside, we must needs address the ragged hole in their mistress has seen fit to rend in Ishgard's protections. 'Tis a weakness the Dravanians are not like to leave untested. So it would seem. You have described your plight in an admirable detail, Lord Commander, yet I cannot help but wonder at your candor. Why share such sensitive information with us? I shall speak plain. Ishgard has need of allies, and I would have you bolster our front lines in readiness for the coming battle against the dragons. This much I expected. Unlike our arrangement concerning the Keeper of the Lake, however, only you stand to benefit from our assistance in this matter. I fail to see why we should intervene in a conflict which concerns only Ishgard and Dravania. When the Eorzean Alliance requested Ishgard's assistance during Operation Archon, you refused us. Does it not seem grossly unjust to demand we now risk our lives in your private war? I make no attempt to defend my country's conduct. I only ask that you consider what would follow were Ishgard to fall. Having razed our city to the ground, the Horde would have little cause to linger, and most would return to their lairs in Dravania. Soon thereafter, the ruins of Kurthus would be buried in snow, and the land would become the sole province of beasts and beastmen. Until the Garlean's arrival, it is, for you may be certain that the Empire would not hesitate to claim Kurthus. They would not even have to draw steel. An Imperial province sharing a border with Mordona? 7 hells. Very well. We will assist you in repelling the dragons. The roar of a great worm may have shaken the firmament, but we of Eorzea will not abandon our Ishgardian brothers to face the coming horde alone. Nor did I ever think you would. Now, upon the matter of the roar, allow me, Sir Emmerich. Through the power of the Eye, I have become the vessel of Nidhogg's strength. His essence has stolen into my very blood. Fear not, I am in full control of my faculties, I assure you, and the Eye itself is of no relevance to this tale. It is not essential that I bear it with me wheresoever I go. Its lingering influence does, however, allow me to hear Nidhogg's voice. Then the worm who roared was Nidhogg, aye. He means to hurl his horde against Danafin's collar and shatter the remaining wards that protect the city. There can be no doubt the worm has summoned his minions to war. Alright. Speak with Alphino here. Though the circumstances are far from ideal, this desperate endeavor will at least provide us an opportunity to bring the sister states of Eorzea together in common cause. Sir Emmerich was more ruthless in his negotiations than I had anticipated. I suppose one must give no quarter when one's home was at stake. But did you see the look on his face when he formally requested our assistance? Though the Lord Commander has long campaigned for Ishgard to open its gates to outsiders, I suspect this softening of the Holy See's attitude toward foreign cooperation comes as something of a bittersweet victory. The days ahead promise to be interesting indeed. Alright. So, what do we have next? Committed to the cause. Alphino is ready to begin making preparations for war. Alright. If we are to aid the Ishgardians in this war of theirs, preparations will have to be made, and soon. Before proceeding, however, we must needs return to the Rising Stones and make our report to the Antecedent. Alright, so back to the Rising Stones, and Minfilia once more. Alright. Into the Solar, and then we'll have a chat with Minfilia. And then see what it is that we're going to be asked to do next. Alright.
Alphino, it is good to see you. Tell me, what have you learned?
Pray summon the others. Everyone must hear my report.
So this was all but a taste of what's to come.
Indeed. The main host advances upon Ishgard as we speak.
Whose vaunted defenses have been nullified.
Shorn of its wards, the city will bear the full force of Nidhogg's fury.
All those people.
Alphino is right. The Dravanians cannot be allowed to prevail. If Ishgard falls, all of Eorzea will suffer the consequences.
Then you agree that we have no choice but to intervene. For the good of the realm, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn and the Crystal Braves must join the defense of Ishgard.
Let there be no ambiguity about what has been proposed. We would be directly intervening in the war. But if all here believe the cause to be just, then to war we shall go. The path we now embark upon is perilous, but I pray you will walk with us to the end. For those we have lost, for those we can yet save.
Then it is settled. I shall inform the Council of our intentions and request that they contribute their own forces to the defense of Ishgard.
Wonder what that was all about. Alright. Well, I know, but we'll keep it under... I'll keep it under my hat for now. Alright, complete. Next. Alright, we would have me assist with preparations being made for the defense of Ishgard, right? Alright, I have bid the Archons travel to their assigned nations. So, should the members of the Alliance agree to pledge Grand Company soldiers to Ishgard's cause, our comrades will be on hand to act as intermediaries for the duration of the conflict. The small matter of persuading the Alliance leaders to grant such support, I leave to Alphino. For you, my friend, a different task waits. I would have you reach out to your fellow adventurers and gather what allies you may for the coming siege. I would also have you consider the matter of our own security. Revenant's Toll is but a short flight from the snowfields of Kurthas. It is not unimaginable that the fighting may spill across the border. Pray brief Slaffborn on the brewing conflict and discuss potential contingencies. The frontier settlers must be prepared for aught that might wing its way over our walls. I only hope that such precautions prove unnecessary. Before you leave, might I suggest that you have Taro accompany you? She has a talent for administration and a firm grasp of the practical challenges we may encounter. Oh, I thought we were going to probably have another cutscene there, but it looks like we did not. Alright. Alright, let's go ahead and speak with Tataru, and then I think we will call it a day here. We are rather close to Karthus, aren't we? We'd best see to our own defenses and take stock of our supplies. Oh, and we'll also need to have beds and bandages laid out just in case. A good receptionist is ready for any eventuality. Let's go, Yami. I have 101 things to discuss with Slathborn. Alright, so we now need to speak with Slathborn and Revenant's Toll. But as I said, we're going to go ahead, we're going to end the episode here. And we will continue working on this when we come back. So, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment. And I will see you next time.